Today, I'm starting a challenge for myself to make every Genshin character's specialty dishes, starting with Hutao's The Ghostly March. If I hadn't messed up and realized sooner that the base dish isn't the specialty dish. So we're making Vegetarian Abalone. I don't cook much in Genshin, alright? Just give me a break. The reason why I'm doing this is because I actually stream Genshin, as well as other games on my Twitch at Jorjor_exp. Would love to see you guys there. The link is in my bio. Also, I recently got Hutao on her recent banner, and she's one of my favorite characters in Genshin. So, this is kind of in honor of that as well. On to the dish. Vegetarian abalone is actually a real Chinese dish, Su Bao Yu, which makes sense since Liwei is based off of China. But here's the thing. The Genshin recipe calls for snapdragons, which is, from the description, basically garlic and masatake mushrooms. Real vegetarian abalone is not made from mushrooms. It's actually made from gluten. But there is an actual dish that's very similar to Genshin's and made from mushrooms. I would probably argue it's actually the real inspiration for Hutao's dish. It's called mandonggu, or braised mushroom. It's an old Chinese banquet dish that's usually made for big gatherings and holidays. But to be honest, I'm actually not the biggest fan of it. I think the flavor is amazing. I'm just really not a big fan of the texture. But I do know a lot of people truly love this dish. So, to make the dish, you first have to soak dried shiitake mushrooms for at least 30 minutes, ideally a few hours. Use this time to prep and trim the broccoli, as well as slice up some scallions, ginger, and garlic. You can also prep the sauce, which is made from oyster sauce, or if you want to keep it vegetarian, you can use vegetarian oyster sauce, soy sauce, dark soy sauce, sugar, MSG, and Shaoxing wine. Once it's done soaking, we really want to squeeze the mushrooms like a sponge so that you get as much liquid out of it as possible. At this point, it would be ideal to then trim off the stem. Keep this liquid, it is packed with flavor, and we'll be using it later. Any extras, store it and use it to enhance any soup or stew you have. Trust me, it is amazing. From here, we start the actual cooking. We want to blanch the broccoli, so in a salted pot of water, add some ginger and scallions, then bring it to the boil. Once boiling, add the broccoli in and cook for really only just 2 to 3 minutes max. Then immediately move the cooked broccoli in an ice bath to ensure that broccoli remains that beautiful bright green color. With braising the mushrooms, we want to start by making a flavored oil by adding garlic, ginger, scallions, and oil to a low heat wok. Once it's fragrant, take out the ginger and scallions. From here, add the mushrooms in the wok and stir fry for only 1 to 2 minutes. Once the mushrooms are fragrant, add in the braising liquid as well as the sauce. I also threw in scallions and ginger, but you really don't need to. Then we let it braise and sit for about 15 minutes. Once the mushrooms are cooked through, add in a slurry, which is a mixture of cornstarch and water, to thicken the braising sauce to like about a gravy-like consistency. At the end, add in a bit of sesame oil. For the plating, I really tried to make it look as close to the Genshin dish as possible, and I think I did a good job of the base dish, but still pretty good. And that's it. That's Hutao's dish. Kinda. And I think the dish is actually quite fitting for her. I don't know why, but a vegetarian dish representing a funeral parlor director somehow makes sense. Me and her may not have the same taste buds, but I'm still happy to have her in my team. Let me know which character I should do next, and I promise I'll actually make the specialty dish this time. Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Really appreciate it. As an ending note, I do know a few people have hit me up requesting some recipes, so I'm actually making a full website with all the recipes from this channel as well as my IG and TikTok. Just be a little bit more patient. I'm working on it, and I'll announce it when it's done. I would really appreciate a like and subscribe to this, and thank you so much for your time. Deuces.
Whoa.